The Tenerife Airport disaster. On March 27, 1977, the deadliest aviation accident in history occurred at Los Rodeos Airport, now Tenerife North Airport, on the Spanish island of Tenerife. Two Boeing 747 jumbo jets collided on the runway in dense fog, killing 583 people. The tragedy involved KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736. KLM's aircraft began its takeoff roll while Pan Am's plane was still taxiing on the runway, resulting in a catastrophic collision. The accident claimed the lives of all 248 people aboard the KLM flight and 335 of the 396 people on the Pan Am flight. Only 61 passengers and crew from Pan Am survived. Background and circumstances. Both aircraft were diverted to Tenerife due to a bomb explosion at Gran Canaria Airport, their intended destination. Los Rodeos Airport, a regional facility, struggled to accommodate the influx of diverted aircraft. The congestion forced departing planes to taxi on the runway rather than a parallel taxiway, which was blocked by parked planes. Intermittent patches of dense fog reduced visibility to near zero, further complicating operations. KLM Flight 4805. KLM Flight 4805 was a charter flight from Amsterdam's Schiphol Airport. The aircraft was a Boeing 747-206B with the call sign PHBUF and named Rhine. Its crew included Captain Jacob Veldhuizen van Zanten, 50, who was KLM's chief flight instructor, First Officer Klaas Meurs, 42, and Flight Engineer Willem Schroeder, 48. The KLM plane carried 14 crew members and 234 passengers, most of whom were Dutch. Pan Am Flight 1736. Pan Am Flight 1736 originated in Los Angeles, with a stop at New York's JFK International Airport. Its Boeing 747-121, registered as N736PA and named Clipper Victor, was the first 747 delivered to an airline. The crew included Captain Victor Grubbs, 56, First Officer Robert Bragg, 39, and Flight Engineer George Warnes, 46. The plane carried 380 passengers, primarily Americans. Sequence of events. Runway congestion. When Gran Canaria Airport reopened, Pan Am was ready to depart. However, KLM had decided to refuel at Tenerife to avoid further delays at Gran Canaria. This delayed both flights, as the Pan Am plane could not taxi around the refueling KLM aircraft due to limited clearance. Fog and miscommunication. KLM received taxi instructions to backtrack down the runway, turn 180 degrees, and prepare for takeoff. Meanwhile, Pan Am was instructed to follow the same runway and exit via the third taxiway. Poor visibility, lack of runway markings, and ambiguous communications caused the Pan Am crew to miss their assigned exit. The Pan Am aircraft continued taxiing as KLM's captain, mistakenly believing they had been cleared for takeoff, began accelerating. Collision. The KLM aircraft attempted to lift off prematurely when the crew saw the Pan Am plane ahead, but the 747's tail struck the runway. The KLM plane's left side engines and fuselage tore through the Pan Am aircraft's upper deck, destroying its cockpit and forward cabin. The KLM jet crashed about 500 feet beyond the collision point and exploded, killing everyone on board. Most of the Pan Am passengers in the midsection died instantly, while those in the forward section were able to evacuate. Causes of the accident. Primary cause. The Spanish Civil Aviation Accident and Incident Investigation Commission, SIAC, concluded that the primary cause was the KLM captain's decision to take off without explicit clearance. Contributing factors. Fog. Dense fog severely limited visibility for both pilots and air traffic controllers. Radio miscommunication. Simultaneous transmissions from both aircraft caused a heterodyne, a shrill sound that obscured critical messages. Non-standard phraseology. Ambiguous language, such as the KLM first officer's statement, "We are now at takeoff," contributed to misunderstanding. Runway layout. The lack of ground radar and unclear taxiway markings at Los Rodeos created confusion. Time pressure. KLM's crew was concerned about exceeding duty time limits. Impact and legacy. Industry reforms. The Tenerife disaster prompted sweeping changes in aviation safety. Standardized phraseology. The word takeoff is now used only for actual takeoff clearance. Crew resource management, CRM training emphasizes teamwork and encourages co-pilots to challenge captains if safety is at risk. Ground radar. Airports worldwide, including Tenerife North, installed ground radar to track aircraft movements in low visibility. Memorials. A memorial for the KLM victims is located at Westgard Cemetery in Amsterdam. Pan Am victims are commemorated at Westminster Memorial Park in California. A monument at Mesa Mota in Tenerife honors all victims. Notable victims. Among the notable fatalities were Jacob Veldhuizen van Zanten, KLM's chief flight instructor; Eve Meyer, actress and producer; A.P. Hammond, former city manager of San Jose, California. Conclusion. The Tenerife Airport disaster remains a somber reminder of the critical importance of clear communication, teamwork, and proper procedures in aviation. The changes it spurred have significantly improved air travel safety, ensuring that such a tragedy is never repeated.